it. Okay. So now today the topic is the same topic, but I want to tell you some more important point in case of when we have a straight conductor and carrying some current in the upward or downward direction, children. Now let me draw a diagram. So today I want to utilize this whiteboard instead of using my screen, and I will try to draw. Suppose this is a conductor, and this conductor carrying a current I in the upward direction, children. Or it may be, suppose, let me draw another conductor. And I have second conductor. Suppose this is the first conductor, this is the second conductor. And in this case, the current is going downward. So we have the two situations. And there is no need to connect a battery, children. It is understood that with this conductor in outer circuit, somewhere battery is connected and the current is flowing. It doesn't matter from where, how this current is moving here, but the concept is, let me take a point P. This is a point, let me put a big circle so that you can see. This is the point, and at this point P is to the right side of the first conductor. To the right hand side of the first conductor. And I'm interested to find the magnetic field at this one particular point, children. The direction of magnetic field at point P, that is our question. And suppose this question is given in your IGCSE exam. Question is, you need to calculate the direction of magnetic field at point P, which is at the right hand side. It can be at the right hand side, it can be to the left hand side of the conductor one. Now, may I ask to Ashana, can you tell me, if you have studied by yourself, can you tell me the direction of magnetic field at point P due to this straight conductor carrying current? Ashana, please.
Sir, I'm not sure. I didn't study this. Sir, I'm not sure. I didn't study this myself.
I can't hear you, Ashana.
I'm not sure, sir. I didn't study this.
Okay. Anyone else from 10th class?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Sorry. Question is, you need to find out the direction of magnetic field at point P, which is to the right hand side of the conductor.
Sir?
Of which conductor, sir?
Sir, would it be
First one or the second one?
Sir, would it be a circular path from left to right?
So it will be from left to right, sir, or from south.
Just wait a minute. I think I can't hear you. So there is a problem in Bluetooth, I think. I had to put it on speaker, laptop speaker. Can you hear me, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, so now, children, if you don't know, listen carefully. That's why I took this question. Our target for today is to find out the direction of magnetic field. Now, children, to find the direction of magnetic field, we have a rule, and that is called the right hand rule, right hand palm rule. You make a note, children, right hand palm rule. So what is this right hand palm rule? With the help of right hand palm rule, it is very, very easy to find out the direction of magnetic field at this point P. Now, let me tell you, this is my right hand, children. So that's why, children, I am saying that if you are physically available here, it's easy to understand this topic, magnetism chapter. Right hand, you have to take out your right hand, children. This is my right hand, and keep your right hand in this way. Means your finger should be closed and thumb upward or downward depending upon the direction of current. So let me explain and find the direction of magnetic field at point P. As per the diagram, this diagram I have drawn on the whiteboard on this screen. Take your thumb, means point your thumb in the direction of current. So current is going upward, so my thumb is also pointing upward towards the ceiling. Now, this finger, actually the tip of the finger, remember you have to look towards the palm side, at the palm. This is the right hand palm rule, so palm is very important here. Not the back side, you can see my hand at the back side, but the palm is very important. So I will keep my thumb, if you can see, in such a way that the thumb should point in the direction of current and the fingers should point at the point P. If the point P is to the right side, you need to keep your hand in this way. Suppose if I keep the point P to the left hand side, so then your hand will be like this. So tip of the finger should be at the point P where you are interested to calculate the magnetic field. After doing this, children, after doing this, what you need to do as per the right hand palm rule. So it states that at the point P where you are interested to find the magnetic field, place your palm and draw a perpendicular, children, at point P, at the palm, children. Remember, at the palm side. From the palm side, you need to draw a perpendicular. So this is my palm that you can't see. This is palm which is towards me. And if I draw a perpendicular, you know, perpendicular is both sides. If I draw a perpendicular on this board, it can be inward inside the board, or it can be outside the board. Normal line, perpendicular, normal. Normal is both sides. It can be inward, it can be outward. But as I said, palm is pointing towards the whiteboard screen, and on the palm side, I need to draw a perpendicular. So here, that perpendicular is entering into this plane of this whiteboard in the inward direction. So at point P, children, your answer will be at point P, magnetic field. Let me write here. Magnetic field at point P is perpendicular to, this is the full sentence, children. Perpendicular to the plane. What plane? What plane, children? Perpendicular to the plane of
Whiteboard.
it. In your exams, you can write, in your exams, you don't have the whiteboard, you have notebook. You can say perpendicular to the plane of the notebook or the laptop screen. Okay, perpendicular to the plane of the board here, whiteboard, blackboard, whatever the board is there, perpendicular to the plane. And in what direction? In what direction, children? Outward or inward?
Word.
Inward.
It is inward, perpendicular to the plane of the board, plane of whiteboard or screen, and inward. Inward is actually in this question, inward is very important. Inward, if you can see all this point, inward. Inward point is very important. So that is the direction of magnetic field, children, at the point P, which is to the right hand side when a conductor carrying current in the upward direction. Now I am giving you another situation. I have another point that is P prime, which is to the left hand side of this board. Not the board, but left hand side of this current carrying conductor. Now, children, please use right hand palm rule to find the magnetic field at P prime, which is to the left side of this current carrying conductor. Please, and tell me your answer, children. There will be
Going up.
either it will be inward, perpendicular to the plane of the board in the inward direction, or it may be outward. Only the two possibilities are there. Yes, please.
Sir, is it outwards?
It's
I think it's
outward, sir.
Outward.
Outward direction.
Outward.
Outward direction.
Very good, children. Very good. If you're saying outward, outward is the right answer. Now let me check whether it is correct or not. Again, the right hand palm rule. Thumb should point in the direction of current. Fingers, palm at point P prime. And you need to draw the perpendicular, children. You need to draw perpendicular, and perpendicular at the palm is coming outward. So that is the answer here. So in exam, what will you write? Again, the same line, magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the whiteboard in the outward direction.
Outward.
Now in outward and inward, sometimes you will find different kind of words in exam. Inward represent away from the reader. If the magnetic field is going inward, so it means it is away from the reader. So if options are available in that term, away from the reader. Reader, who is reader? I am reader now. You are reader who is doing the question. So away from the reader. Here P prime, which is taken to the left hand side when the current is moving upward, it is coming where? We have seen here, it is moving outward. Outward means towards me, towards the reader. So please remember this point also. Now children, one more point I want to tell. I will go to the option number 2. This is the second conductor where the current is moving downward. But before that, there is one very, very important point, and listen carefully. And the point is, as I said, now the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the whiteboard, inward and outward. In exams, instead of writing the whole sentence, there is a symbol. There is a symbol that you can write to specify the direction of magnetic field inward and outward. And what is that symbol, children? Now listen. Symbol is this cross sign. Can you see the cross sign, children? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's cross sign, multiplication sign, like it's a cross sign. And there is another sign that is dot, a closed circle. So let me draw a big dot, means circle, and then closed means it is filled, like this. You have to fill it. It's a solid, not open. This one. So these are the two kinds of symbols, and they have their own importance and significance, and they have their own meaning. If you find this symbol in physics, in entire physics, children, from now 10th onwards, grade 11, 12, graduation, post-graduation, PhD, the meaning of this symbol is only one meaning. And what is that? The cross sign, it represents that the entire line which I have written here, magnetic field perpendicular to the plane and in the inward direction. Inward. So whenever you find this represent there is a magnetic field, but it is in the inward direction. So at P point, which I have taken on the right hand side, so instead of writing this the entire line, some students are there, that those who are not interested for the written work, so you can just put cross sign to the right side of the conductor when the current is moving upward. So that is the answer for this question, children. And it is understood for the teacher that the student has mentioned here the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the whiteboard and inward. So instead of writing the complete sign, you can write only this cross sign. Similarly, for the left hand side, for the point we have taken P prime to the left hand side, and we have seen the magnetic field is coming outward, perpendicular to the plane in the outward direction. So just put this sign, circle, solid circle, closed. It's not. If you put like this, this is wrong. There is no meaning of this circle. Okay, so field, and it means magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane and in the outward direction. Yes, and please.
So can we also write mag field is equal to then the cross symbol?
Yeah, you can write, but proper sentence, proper word, that there is no need to write that in this way. Only just put the sign of arrow, the cross sign. That's enough. That's enough. What is the question actually?
Okay,
What is the
sir.
question? The question is you need to find out the direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field. That is the question. In MCQ, you have to look for if the cross sign is there, the circle is there, or in the sentence form it is written. That accordingly, according to the situations, you have to write. For the subjective long questions, it's up to you, because you have to write whether you draw a symbol or whether you write a full sentence. So it's up to you, children. In both the situation, you will get the full
Okay.
Okay, now let me go to the second example here when the current is moving downward. And children, again, consider one point is to the left side of the conductor and another point is to the right side of the conductor, and tell me your answer, and you can type your answer in chat box. Situation is, again, we have straight conductor carrying current but in the downward direction. Point, let me take one point against C point to the right side, and at point D there is another point to the left side. D is to the left. And remember, children, there is no other method, only you have to use the right hand palm. With the help of right hand palm rule, don't say, sir, it will be outward, without it will be inward. Without thinking, apply right hand palm rule, and every time you will get the right answer. So here students are saying, Anirudh saying it's a left side X. Okay, let me write Anirudh answer. He said left side X and on the right hand side dot. And Anushka saying left side inwards. Okay. And Anirudh right side dot, good. Anushka right side outward. Other children also, Nicolin, C is outward. D is inward. Very good. Okay, so I have received answer from 2-3 students, children. And now let me explain. Let me explain, children. I will take the left side. I will take this point D. And if I take the point D, current is going downward. Remember, current is going downward. You have to keep your hand and palm in such a way the thumb should point in the downward direction, and the current is downward. Point D, finger should be towards the D point to the left side, and you need to draw the perpendicular. Where? Listen carefully, children. Again, perpendicular should be from the palm. Okay, so from the palm, I will see that the perpendicular is going inward. So then again, it means magnetic field to the left hand side is perpendicular to the plane of this whiteboard, and it is outward. So instead of writing the full sentence, you can just put this cross sign there, and you will get, if it is a 1 mark question, 1 mark. If it is a 2 marks question, you will get 2 marks. Similarly for the right hand side, yeah, remember, if you are able to get the answer from the left hand side, definitely the right hand side will be opposite of this one. So you don't need to apply the rule immediately. If it is outward here at point D, definitely at point C it will be inward. Even you want to check, you can check that if you apply the right hand palm rule to the point C, which is to the right side, when the current is moving downward and I see perpendicular is coming outward or away from the reader. I hope this point is clear now. Even
Yes.
children, instead of using this rule, that a simple concept which I told in the beginning, around the conductor we have magnetic field in the form of a concentric circle. Let me take only one circle here. And if the current is downward, and the loop direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, children. So magnetic field will be in the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, but as the current is downward. So we have used last time right hand rule. That is the right hand rule. Simply, thumb is downward and the curling of finger. If you curl your finger, current is downward, curling of finger, it is the clockwise direction. So clockwise means in this loop, I need to put a sign of arrow in the clockwise direction, and this is the clockwise direction. Am I right, children? Are you getting also the same, that it is a clockwise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
If it is a clockwise, then in the beginning of this lesson, I told you magnetic field at any point, if you are interested to calculate, just draw a tangent line at point C or at point D, draw a tangent, children. Draw a tangent. So I will draw a tangent at point C. So this is my tangent line. That tangent gives you the direction of magnetic field. And magnetic field is represented by, in physics, you know, magnetic field is represented by a symbol capital B. B, capital B. Capital B, magnetic field. Like pressure is P, momentum
Yes,
is
sir.
P, density is rho, okay, velocity is V. So magnetic field will be, it's a vector quantity, it is pointing in this way at point D. Remember the direction of the loop, it is clockwise at point D. So this is my D point, and here this is the point I have taken magnetic field. Draw a tangent. This is the magnetic field at point D. Now, actually, this is a two-dimension view. This is a 2D view, and here in 2D you are saying you are looking at the board and you see that, sir, this B is going towards the GMIS roof, towards ceiling, and at point C, sir, it is coming downward. It is B. As per the right hand boundary, children, what we have taken on the D point, you said the cross sign will be there. Cross sign means magnetic field is inward, but on the board in 2 dimensions, this B is going upward. Actually, this B, look in the 3-dimension view, children. In 3 dimensions, this circle is here. Circle is here. Draw a circle in front of you in 3 dimensions. Conductor is there in the center. Current is loop. Magnetic field is in the clockwise direction. Just imagine around you magnetic field, and then look at this situation of C and D, and then you will find the point D. Now let me take this point D. The point D is here. Conductor is there. Conductor, this marker conductor is there. D point is here. At point D, I need to draw tangent. At point D, if I draw tangent, then this is going. I can tell you, like in archery, this is going inward. This B means, this actually B means it is going inward. In 2 dimension, it is looking, it is going upward, but actually it is going, entering into the whiteboard. Is this clear? So you have to be very careful, children.
Yes, sir.
Good. So this point is done, magnetic field with the help of a symbol, how you can represent. Okay, children, if sometimes, somewhere you will find this type of many cross sign, many cross sign, basically with equal spacing, and or maybe dots. Let me take these few dots. You can fill these circles like this. So what is the meaning of this kind of diagrams? You will find in our next topics, we are going to deal with this kind of arrangement also. This means, again, both are magnetic field, both are representing. Is this also visible in this side, children?
Yes, sir.
This is again magnetic field, both are representing magnetic field, F-I-E-L-D. Magnetic field, okay. So both are magnetic field, but what kind of magnetic field? Uniform magnetic field, uniform magnetic field. In electricity chapter, children, we have discussed, we had studied that the uniform electric field. And how to represent a uniform electric field? With parallel arrows, you know, parallel lines with equal spacing. That is the meaning of uniform electric field. So here in magnetism, to represent a magnetic field which is uniform, and when uniform is there, both are uniform, both are magnetic field, both are uniforms. And both lines are moving from north to south, as in case of electricity, the electric field lines, they move from where? Positive to negative. They start from the positive and end at the negative. In magnetic field, they start from the north pole and they move toward the south pole. And so both are the example for the uniform magnetic field, but this cross sign represent field is uniform, magnetic field is uniform, but perpendicular to the plane in the inward direction. Inward direction means in 3-dimension view, children, if I have to represent a magnetic field in this classroom, in this area, so how would I draw magnetic field? So it means magnetic field is coming at the back side of the wall. First arrow, second, then third down of that. So one arrow, second arrow, then third arrow at the bottom. So that is the magnetic field. Magnetic field entering into the Where? Towards the whiteboard. The meaning of this uniform field is
Yes,
there.
sir.
So magnetic field, one arrow, then at the bottom there is second arrow, then third arrow, fourth arrow. Means this area, this space representing a uniform magnetic field, whether inward or outward. So I've done with this topic, children, and then I want to discuss one more concept which we have discussed a little bit in the previous class. Now, instead of the state conductor, instead of using state conductor, and I have bent, means instead of a straight conductor, I have bent this conductor and made into a form of a circle, means in the form of a loop, and current is there. Still current is there, children. Let me draw one diagram. This is again a very important point, and I will take time in this chapter of magnetism, children. I'm not in a hurry to complete your syllabus. I will take some time because as my previous experience, students lose their marks in electricity and magnetism chapter. And I don't want that you lose your marks from this chapter. And now the situation is the same conductor, but I have drawn in the form of a circle. And if it is a circle, it's a conductor, remember. And let me take a current is moving either clockwise or anti-clockwise. There will be two situations in a conductor, in a loop. So I have taken this case. So this case is what? This is going in a wall clock like
Clockwise.
this is 1 here, 2 here, like 3 here. Okay, so arrow sign is going from towards 12, 1, 2, 3. It's a clockwise direction. This is a clockwise. And if it is a clockwise, and we know current is moving in a loop. One of the scientists explained if we have a conductor, whether it is a straight or a loop, magnetic field will be there. So around this loop, magnetic field is there. Magnetic field means north pole will be there, south pole will be there. But I need to find out in what direction the north pole will be there, in what direction I will point the south pole. So first thing, children, that now look at me. Again, these questions, all these questions you have to consider, assume in 3 dimensions view. And what is that? Now I will take that. Actually, okay, this loop you can draw in 2 different ways, children, 2 different ways. The one is this one, and the other one, if you can see, and I will draw another kind of loop, and not a perfect loop, but still. What is the difference in both these 2 loops, children? What is the difference? Yep, you try. Okay, I don't have a ring here, but I can use this projector wire. This is the one situation here. I have a loop this way. I can keep the loop in this way, or either I can keep the loop in this way. So this one is like this, in this way. Okay, and the other diagram here, that is something like this, something like that. That loop is
Yes.
in a board in this condition. Like this is the situation that the second loop is like this, and I'm here, I'm standing here, and the current is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let's see. Okay, if you find this arrow, children, tell me this arrow here, this situation, this ring, conductor. And if I draw arrow, this arrow is here. So tell me, children, this is for clockwise direction or anti-clockwise. This is very, very important. And tell me, children, this arrow is for clockwise or anti-clockwise direction of current in this loop.
So it would be clockwise.
Clockwise. Will be still clockwise. Depends on the viewing angle also. If the person is sitting on the left of the wire, then you'll see it as anti-clockwise. But if it is on the right, then clockwise.
Yeah,
It is still good.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the frame of reference from where we are observing. Very good. Okay. So if I see here that in this situation, but okay, let me try. And if I mark the arrow sign here in the upward direction, so I will find this current is in the clockwise direction. And if I find the current is clockwise direction in a loop, children, in a loop, there is a problem with this topic actually. If you find the current is in a clockwise direction, as you see here directly that the current is clockwise direction, so the person who is looking, and from that person, he or she finds that the current is in clockwise, so then you need to put the south pole here. Now, where is this south pole? This is not at the center, children. This is not at the center. We have loop. We have loop. So if I'm looking it from the upside, the person observer is here and he or she finds that the current is in the clockwise direction. So in that direction, from the point of observation, that she will find that the magnetic field means at the side, you need to draw the south pole. And if the south pole is up, the north pole will be down. North pole will be downward, means north pole will be at the back side of this loop. In 2 dimension, I can't show you, but you have to assume, you have to think. So this south pole means when the direction of current is clockwise, you need to put a south pole. Where? From the point of observation. But at the person who is at the back side, the same ring, same current, but the direction of current for that person will be different. And he will find that that side, north pole is there. One person at the other side is looking for the south pole and the other person looking for the north pole. And then the magnetic field lines, they move from the north pole to south pole. Now, one question is given in your textbook, children, and I will try to draw that diagram here and then try to find out the answer. And suppose I have a solenoid, and in solenoid, backside I want to draw with the dotted line, like this, solid, and dotted at the back side of the wall, and multiple rings are there. This is the situation. And then now battery you want to connect, you want to show, it's up to you. And current is, I am interested that the current from the here from the back side of the ring, but on this loop, that loop I can see the current for me is going in this way. Is this visible, children, this diagram? This is the same diagram that you can find in your textbook.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is a rule now to find out. The question is actually, you need to put on this side is the north pole or on this side is the south pole. That is the question. You need to put out the mark of north pole and south pole. How would you find out the north pole and south pole? So for that situation, children, for that situation, what you have to consider?